As we await the weigh-in between Terence Crawford and Amir Khan, we have to ask the question, what's going on with the welterweight division? When are we going to see the real fighters fight each other, you know? And that's what a lot of people are saying. The fights that they want to get, they couldn't get them, right? When Floyd Mayweather was around, he was like, man, if one for Floyd, we'll be having the fights we want to see. That's what they used to say all the time. They say, you know what? Where are these top guys? Well, Al Heyman seems to hold them all. Takes it back to the days when Don King had all the fighters. He had all the horses. So everything had to go through Don, right? Now that it's really freed up, a lot of people still did what they wanted to do. Create their own gang and want to have their gang fight each other, but not fight each other. So it's like, okay, Terence Crawford is the WBO champion. Sean Porter has the WBC title at welterweight. Errol Spence Jr. has the title at IBF, and everybody really looks at Errol as the top guy in the welterweight division. I would only rank him that above Bud in the welterweight division, only because he's been welterweight his entire career. That's it. And Terrence just got there. But as far as pound for pound fighter, Terrence Bud Crawford to me is the better fighter. Sean Porter, I don't even. Why are we having this conversation? Uh, Ugas should be the champion right now, but he got another homeboy decision. So we're looking at a situation now. Who are the guys at welterweight? Like, what's going on here? Well, in the WBO division, the number one contender is a guy named Edil Jos, what's his name? Kavakalowicz. He's 21 and one with one draw, 21 and 0 with one draw. And the number one contender for Errol is a guy named Abaduro, who's like 16 and 0. And number two is vacant in the IBF. Jesse Vargas and Danny Garcia are the number one and number two contenders in the WBC. How? How would Errol Spence Jr. not be ranked? I mean, Errol is not ranked at all, him or Terence Crawford, in the WBC ranking. That's weird. But okay, I guess that makes sense. But I just don't get it. How a champion, they're not ranked at all. They're not should be up there getting shots, and I guess it just didn't matter. All right. But to see fighters so far off the mark in one governing body and not in another. Since Floyd Mayweather has gone, Terence Crawford has been the only guy who's been fighting number one contenders, top guys, and moving on up and weight and getting things done. I've seen him moving the bar forward to say, let's fight. Bud's a fighter. Bud wants to fight. And I don't see, I mean, Errol, I give Errol respect. Errol seems like he wants to fight, but he seems like he wants to be a superstar too. Like it's going to his head. Like he's the superstar man and, the money man. I ain't finna blow this. This is my pay per view. I'm doing these numbers. And And I'm just like, okay, well, the jury is still out. Either you fight Terence or fight somebody else, but if you sit up there and fight Sergey Lipinets, then, what are we really doing, man? You fight Mikey Garcia, and then you turn around and fight Sergey Lipinets, I gotta look at you like you're crazy. Well, my whole thing is, in this whole situation is, why is the number 2 contender spot blank for the IBF? Meaning that it's to be filled in later? Amir Khan is a great opponent for Terence Crawford. One, Amir Khan still has a name. His name is up there just like Kell Brooks was, except for Kell Brooks was a champion. Amir Khan at welterweight did a lot of good things at welterweight before he was derailed. He moved up in weight to fight Canelo, and we know Canelo's too big for him. That was a money fight. Should never happen. Khan's a welterweight, 140, 147. This is where he's comfortable. And he has speed. Now, we've seen guys with speed give Terence problems early on, like Gamboa did. And that could offset a lot of the things that Bud wants to do. But Bud is not a one-dimensional, one-tier type of fighter. He does different things in the ring to get the job done. Khan is not a body puncher. Terence is. So I feel his body punching will be the key, just like in the Canelo fight. Canelo's body punches to Amir Khan was like the beginning of the end. Khan, I think, will be strong for about like 1 or 2 rounds. I mean, he'll be fast, like really quick. But with age, Khan has gotten older. He's not as fast as he used to be, not as light as he used to be. He's gotten more heavy-handed, so he might have some on them punches. We don't know. But definitely, we have to watch out and see what's going on with Amir Khan's, power level. Has he gotten more power as he gotten older? But his speed will present a situation. His reach, controlling the distance to make sure he doesn't give up the spots. That's going to be difficult for Terence because Amir could actually move around the ring and get to his spots. And, even though you can get under his punches, it's kind of hard when you're a smaller guy dealing with Amir's volume, you know. So, that's basically it, man. I mean, I've talked about boxing uh, probably 3, 4 times since we just not on record, and people's like, man, you don't do a lot of boxing videos no more. I'm like, boxing kind of pisses me off, and when they piss you off, you kind of be like, man, look, I was the one out here promoting this stuff, and then when people start turning against you, I'm like, why would you turn against somebody that's promoting it? We're promoting the fights, and you're sabotaging. Okay, cool. If that's the way you want it, I won't deal with y'all. I'm not gonna risk my page and y'all trying to sabotage me. That don't make any sense. So I would like to see Well, we don't know where Keith Thurman is going to be ranked. I don't know if he's number 2 for the IBF or WBC. I don't know where Keith Thurman's ranked right now, to be honest. But I'm guessing he's back in the mix now. So either Errol Spence has to fight Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford. Until he start fighting these guys, I cannot say. If he sit there and fight Sergey Lipinets, who came from 140 up to 147, and he fights him, another smaller guy, I'm out. I'm out until he fights some fight that is of some standard. Because Terence has been calling you out. So since Floyd's retired at welterweight, the only one I can see that's there next to him is Terence Bud Crawford. Period. Now let's wait for the weigh-in.